this is the roll rack. We can keep all the rolls over here. Reel stand. And this can support multiple rolls on the same shaft. There are spare racks over there, so you can keep your standby rolls over there. There are bearings and core grabbers inside to make sure that they run smoothly. Your film path needs to be noted very carefully. We take the film from here and it goes behind static remover, and it goes through these rolls over here. There's a brake over here, unwinder brake, which can be lifted to open and close the rubber rolls. Both these rolls are driven by the motor over there. Similarly, at the bottom, again we have a static remover. The film is to be taken beneath it and then into the rubber rolls, which also have a brake. And the rubber rolls are again driven by the motor. Now these rolls are driven by a motor continuously, but to avoid the film from hitting the ground, there are sensors which are provided. Now the sensor over here will take care of the upper sensor, which takes care of the films from the upper unwinder, and there's a sensor at the bottom which can also be set to take care of the lower unwinder. The sensors can be shifted. There's a thumb screw over here which can be opened and shifted as far as required. Similarly, the lower sensor is an individual sensor which can be easily moved without a problem. The sensors have a small light at the back to show that they can sense film. Now, in case you would like to increase the film length and there's not enough film, you can use the jogger for the upper as well as the lower motors. The jogger will turn the motor on as you keep the switch on. So as we turn the switch on, it'll jog the material. It doesn't matter if the sensor is sensing it or not, the jogger will still turn the motor on. That is not true when we do it with the drive, but it is true for the jogger. The jogger switch for the bottom one is over here. For the static removers, we have a static box over here. The connections need to be made to this box. There's a plug socket over here and an earthing over here. And from each static removing rod, we'll have a cable that's coming out that needs to be taken into one of these holes, and the connection needs to be made inside here. Now there's a switch over here which is for high as well as low static. In case you have a lot of static in the rolls, we would suggest that you put it at high, or if there's not a lot of static, then keep it at low. That'll be fine. There's a fuse over here as well. In case that burns off, you can change the fuse over here. And there's a light over here which shows the power supply. When the machine is running, that's when the light will turn on. We'll show you how it happens right now. As you can see that the machine is on right now and the light is turned on, showing that the power is being supplied. There are multiple points at which we can adjust the cutting sealing machine. To adjust the sealing pressure, we can unlock these Allen bolts, and to increase the pressure we can reduce the length over here, and if you have to reduce the pressure we can push it up. The stroke length is the same, so as you adjust the length you'll have different pressures. The same is there for the upper as well as the lower sealers. Please note that these sealing rods are generally hot, and so do not do this while the machine is hot. Apart from this, after you get the sealing, if the cutting is not coming at the desired position for the lower roll, then you can adjust it through this wheel over here. What the wheel will do is adjust the rod over here and change the path length so that you can get the cutting at the point of desire. Now for the upper one, what you want to do is adjust through these bolts over here. There are bolts on both sides. You can adjust through the nuts, so that will set the path length. Now the rubber roll pressure in this case can be set through these knobs on both sides, and that is for the main motor. And then after that there's a steel rod to provide proper tension, and those can be set through these aluminum knobs. And then after that you can set the blade as well. The blade can be set through this spring bolt system, and similarly for proper stacking you can also adjust these rods.